What is up, YouTube? THATSA here, bringing you guys another episode of Amateur Hour where we're playing on Free Battle Spot, and every once in a while on Free Battle Spot you find gems like this one. Remember, I'm using my VGC 2013 team, and in today's game we're going to be fighting against a really standard VGC 2014 team. Now, it might not look standard from the start, you know, like with a lead like Ninetales Charizard, it looks like, oh, you know, Ninetales and Charizard X. But we can also see his Kangaskhan in the back, and then Garchomp was the staple Pokemon of VGC 2014. So in today's game, it is VGC 2013 versus 2014. Place your bets as we get right on into this one. So I'm going to be leading with my favorite lead for that format here. VGC 2013, remember, was a much slower format. Games were just so much longer. So we're going to be leading with Cresselia and Jellicent. Now remember, my other Pokemon are heavy hitters like Garchomp, like Metagross. There's not really a reason to use Trick Room here, but I am going to be going for the Trick Room Protect here. So next turn I go for a big Water Spout. That is the play here. But what I wanted to remind you guys of was games were just so much longer in 2013. It was just a much different meta. It wasn't uncommon for you to have a few Pokemon that just worked in Trick Room in your team, because Trick Room was just in every battle at some point in the game because games were so long. So we're going to see Protect Trick Room as we see the Charizard not Mega. This is going to be a Solar Power Charizard. I'm assuming he has a Specs, because that just did ridiculous damage as my Jellicent goes for a Water Spout. Remember, I talked about using gems in yesterday's episode, and I missed the gems here. That would have definitely KO'd the Charizard, would have done a ton more damage to Ninetales, and would have KO'd both these guys if, you know, there was no sun up here. So I got a light screen up. Remember, Cresselia excels at putting up dual screens here as we eat the last Heat Wave Charizard's going to throw before he ticks out from the Solar Power. So it's not very effective on my Jellicent, but it still did that much damage, so I'm assuming that that has to be Specs. I mean, it might be Specs, it might be Scarf, I don't really know. But, yeah, anyways, we're going to see Kangaskhan come out here, and Kangaskhan is going to be a problem. We see my Jellicent's Quick Claw activated. I'm used to using the Water Gem. I just threw a Quick Claw on it because I thought it would be really funny. And it's also kind of funny that Quick Claws activate before switches, so I think that's pretty hilarious. So we switch our Scrafty, and we get an Intimidate up. Remember, we still have a Light Screen up, as we see Kangaskhan's going to Mega Evolve. This guy is the poster boy of VGC 2014, and pretty much 15 as well. This is probably just the best Mega Evolution. And Jellicent's just going to Protect. It uses the Quick Claw Protect for the fastest Protect in the game. As we see Kangaskhan, this guy just completely calls me. This guy reads me so hard all match. He goes for a Giga Impact up onto my Scrafty and a Will-O-Wisp. He was just completely ignoring my Jellicent this turn. I could not believe how much he read me here. And it gets even worse. It just gets worse. So he's going to withdraw his Ninetales, because I guess Ninetales isn't that useful in a Trick Room, but I mean, if you could switch into your Garchomp, you know, and just block out my Fake Out, and then I think he also takes me out with Rough Skin. Yeah, he's going to take me out with Rough Skin. Oh my gosh, this guy just calls me so hard. We are still slamming Water Spouts here, but they're not doing that much because it's sunny and I'm not at full anymore. I just don't really have that many other moves to use. We see my Scrafty is taken out from Burn, so I'm going to Protect with my Jellicent. I'm going to try to preserve what I have left here, as well as just block Sucker Punches, which we see this guy go for this turn. So he goes for the Sucker Punch. I go for a Drain Punch, you know, I might as well. I don't have anything else to use. And, oh yeah, I don't think Scrafty got knocked. Oh, Knockoff just wasn't good in that gen. So I have Crunch on my Scrafty, or else I definitely would have knocked off that Garchomp there. So Scrafty does go down, and I think it's about time for the sun to go away. There we go. Sun's going away. My Trick Room's going away, you know, just in time for me to send out a kind of faster Pokemon. This is actually a full-speed Dragonite, but I think when I used it back in the day, it was full HP. Because these are the exact same Pokemon I used, but just their sets are just different. It's I've had these Pokemon for like years, so their sets change. You know, I re-EV train them and stuff like that. And speaking of, you know, changes, this is going to be a weakness policy on my Dragonite here. Just maximizing, well, not really maximizing, but giving me a +2 attack and letting my Dragon Claw hit super hard on this Dragonite. But it's actually not going to be enough to KO it. I could not believe it. So he goes for another Giga Impact. It's the second Giga Impact this guy's gotten off this game. I cannot believe it. Taking out my Dragonite. And things are getting kind of dicey. Now, my light screens wore off, but that's been useless for a while. As I said in my Cresselia, I think this... Do I have one more Pokemon? No, this is my last Pokemon, and I was very, very thankful that he took out my Cresselia there, because Cresselia doesn't have any attacks. It was completely useless. Kangaskhan asked for a charge. I have to go for this Water Spout here. This is the third Water Spout, and I mean, this game would have been wrapped up so long ago if I just had a Water Gem, you know, because I just took so much extra damage. But who needs a Water Gem, right? You just gotta use 3 times as much Water Spout. So it's his last Pokemon here. It's his Ninetales versus Jellicent. And I'm thinking, I don't think he has Solar Beam, because he would have used it on the first turn. He goes for a Fire Blast here. That is such a cool animation. But unfortunately, I'm one of those water types. I'm a very bulky water type, and I have Shadow Ball. I'm going to fire back those Shadow Balls, and he's going for the Confuse Ray. This is his last chance. He's trying to hax me out, but he's going to have to get super lucky. I'm probably going to have to get confused for like 4 or 5 turns, and then get burned, and all that other stuff. We just dodge all of that, and we just slam a second Shadow Ball into his face and finish things off. So that was the VGC 2013 versus VGC 2014. Did you win the bet? Who'd you think was going to win? Like, technically, he should have stomped me. His team is so much better than mine. But I'm just so comfortable playing with this team because I used it for like a whole year, and it is one of my favorites. And I'm not really the biggest fan of Jellicent, but I love using it every once in a while just because it's one of those Pokemon that reminds me of the good old days back when Pokemon was actually fun. So, you know, let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.